Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel, review anything and everything. And I'm just jumping back into this little segment that I've been doing with my betta fish, if you want to call it a review of my betta fish. And one thing I just want to point out that's very interesting is, so for those who've been following, there were 4 juveniles. One of them actually died. I don't know why. But of the 3 that's left, you have that one up there in the corner, right here. And then there was a red one, and there was a blue one. And the blue one has gotten bigger. It may pop up again, but it's definitely in there. And it's not, so that's the blue female that just swam over here. I know it's gonna be hard to see because the light's a little, I just moved the light around a little bit. So here you can see that's the blue female. That one's not the one I'm talking about. This is the blue juvenile one that was part of the family lineage. And it's now probably the biggest. So that one in the red one, there's a red one, and I've always believed those 2 were males. Here he goes right there. So this one now, it started at one point, it used to get picked on by the red sibling. Then it turned around, got bigger. It rivaled the red sibling size because the red one was always bigger at first. And then now it pushes around the red sibling and it goes after it, and I see that it's nibbled on its tail. So that shows like a sign of dominance. What's very interesting though is, of all the juvenile males, they still don't try to compete with their dad. They don't try to, like, for some reason when they cross paths with him, he doesn't even have to kind of go at them. They just move out of the way. They don't try anything. So it's interesting how the siblings go after each other, but there's this certain special pecking order where no one goes after the king, but they will go after each other. And so it's just very interesting. I just wanted to note that. You know, for anyone who's been following along and you know, just getting an idea of how betta fish operate in the same tank. Now this is a 20-gallon tank, as I mentioned in the past. It's just interesting how the dynamic works. Now over here, you may not have seen, I don't know if you were able to see it, the blue one now chased this other smaller sibling, not the one that's red, but this one. He was just chasing him. Now, and that one never grew big. It always stayed pretty small relative to the other 2. But once again, all the chasing they'll do, they will not get in the way of their dad. And I'm very curious to know, there he goes right there, like the alpha juvenile. I'm very curious to know if is it that they know each other based on their DNA or something like that. Do they know, like, okay, who's the dad? We're not going to challenge the dad. Like, do they know this? Because it's very interesting how the dynamic works. All right, you guys, I just wanted to show you guys that. As always, you guys like, share, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next video.